box to try to see if that works with the microphone. So I apologize for the wind. I'm trying to cup it over it to keep it from coming. But I got the Pony Island behind me, and I'm going to turn you around. We're going to go down to Jackson Circle today and maybe end at the ball field. That's my plan. So turn you around. And this is now at Wheelie Fun Golf Cart Rentals, which is where the Ocracoke Oyster Company used to be, where that building was. So we're going to walk down here. They've got a holding spot for Bray Movers here. They're going to be raising our house eventually. They're one of the companies that's moving. Really nice folks. Do a good job. They've raised a lot of houses already. So down here, they've got their signs, they've got their booth. They just don't have the golf carts or customers yet because we're still waiting on that. And this road, I don't even know the name of this road. Old Beach Road or something. I don't know. And this is where the daycare was, and they were using this building as one of the school rooms, I think, for the elementary school kids when they were in school after Dorian. Of course, everybody's doing it online now. It's always fun to come by here and watch the kids out playing in the playground, having a good time, swinging and sliding and squealing, just having a good old time being outside. But it is quiet today. It is a beautiful day. The wind has picked back up. It was pretty calm and still yesterday, but not so today. Sharp curve. Glad to see everybody checking in. I've been meaning to go and write down where everybody's watching from, but I haven't. But we've had all over the place. Arkansas, Ohio, West Virginia, Alaska, California, Colorado. So here is one of these nice little rental houses. I can't remember if it got water in it or not, but it's a sweet little place right on the corner of Old Beach Road and towards Ocean View Drive, I think. I remember I was telling you about the house on the corner of Back Road and the Sunset where they moved the house, Kathy's house. This is the house that they've moved, so it's already up on piers. They're doing a lot of construction to get it going so that she can move back in. Other rentals around. There's got Pennsylvania checking in now too. It's a pretty little house with stained glass windows in it. So this is Middle Road we're walking on now. And when I was a kid, practically didn't know this existed. It was so full of potholes and one lane, and nobody had houses down here, or very few people had houses down here. Hey. I always liked this house with the sea captain underneath. Alabama, Columbus, Elkin, everywhere. And if you've ever seen Baskets by Judith Saunders on the island, she sometimes does a basket workshop here. that's where she holds the workshop, and it's always fun. She does beautiful copper work and painted watercolor paper baskets. Is an award winner. Got a new house here. Friends of mine had that to be able to store their boat in so that the storm wouldn't get it. It got a little bit of water, but it was built to get washed out. So I'm not going to go down the Ballfield Road right now. We're going to go around Jackson Circle first, and we're going to end up at the ball field, and I don't promise to stay very long because I'm guessing the bugs are going to be pretty bad out at the ball field, so I'm going to save that for last. Take a quick shot of it. And then, is that a rental? Somebody might have rented that one. I don't know the name of it. This is a cute house. Cousins of ours built this house, and we just love the way that it looks. So I think our house, this white one here, I think when we're building our house, we're using it as a little bit of a model, or rebuilding our house, I should say. So it's just got really pretty lines. It's got nice wood. Why did they duplicate street names on this small island? I think it's because so many people with similar names lived in those areas, and they got to be known as that area. They have tried to do drive and lane and path, tried to end it with different types of road names, even if the beginning of the road name is the same, the main road name. So I think that's why. So this is down to the ball field, but we're going to wait and go down there in a little bit. And there's a little path back there. I don't even know where that goes, if it just goes back to somebody's house. But there used to be little paths like that all over the place on the island. But that was before there were as many houses too. So it wasn't, for the most part, like you were going through somebody's backyard. It was just empty lots that you would go in between. Mount Airy, we got people from Mount Airy, you know? I've never actually been to Mount Airy, and I should be ashamed of myself. I should get out there sometime. Some cute rentals back here. It looks like they're still doing some construction. Some of the non-resident property owners haven't been able to get back for various reasons, partly because of the island closure and the COVID, and I think I've been getting some of my dates wrong, but I think May 11th, we're looking at potentially having non-resident property owners back on. So that'd be nice to see those faces again. Good afternoon. Hey. Morehead City, hi. I miss seeing you guys over here. So a lot of these houses didn't flood because they were up higher, but that's not true of all of them. We're getting ready to pass here on the left, one that did, but she's raised it up already. So they've got it up, pilings. That's also a very nice massage. Cindy Fiore does massage here. Ocracoke massage. So another great place and a creative space to go get a lovely, lovely massage. I've gotten ones from just about everybody around here over the years, and I have to say they're all quite good. She's got one mannequin out. Cindy often has mannequins that she dresses for different seasons. Albuquerque, New Mexico checking in too. Love it out in the Southwest. That's my kind of well, I can't say home away from home. I don't get out there very often, but I do love the red rocks. It's very different from the ocean in a lot of ways, but it's got a lot of similar feelings when you get out there, I think. So, can everybody hear okay? It's gonna get maybe a little windier around here. This is Jackson Circle, and this road was unpaved for a very long time too. And an interesting thing about this house that most people probably don't remember is we used to call this road the Divided Highway, because down there, a little bit before those two cars are parked on either side of the road, there was a tree growing, or a stand of trees growing right smack in the middle of the road, and it went around those trees. So if you were going this direction, you stayed to the right. If you were coming around the curve the other way, you stayed to the left. And I was hoping when they paved it that they would keep that divided highway just for kind of a fun thing to have on the island. But of course, it was not costing enough to keep it. I still think about it whenever I walk down here. A lot of little houses tucked in here, rentals. Beautiful views. Hey, Pat. From these houses over the marsh. I can't see because I'm too short here, but if you stay in one of the houses from the second story or the top deck like that one there, you can see out over the marsh, and it's just really pretty light. In the morning and the evening. Try to show these houses, because I know a lot of you have stayed in a lot of these over the years, and it's always fun to see how the houses have fared. Jackson Circle is a great place, at least in the wintertime, to try to teach a kid how to ride a bike or to run laps if you don't feel like driving all the way out to the campground, because there's very little traffic out here, especially in the winter. No mosquitoes, pretty contained. You don't have to worry too much about intersections or people backing out or anything, so it's a pretty nice space. It was Pat Garber who rode by. We saw her cute little Marsh Haven house yesterday. Here's an ochre kitty. Somebody was saying they were hiding out. I was saying they were hiding out too, but we've got an ochre cat station in here. I see a tail sticking out. And I don't know if there are any other kitties going on in here. Maybe they're all hiding out. But yeah, Pat is an author. She does the Yaupon tea that we sell, the pure Yaupon tea. She does talks periodically. She's a naturalist. She plays guitar. This is called the Lighthouse. The Lighthouse, not the Lighthouse. Reynolds, there's a house for sale if you feel like buying something out this way. Always like this house too, with the board and batten and the red roof. Big fig tree. You can see the marsh a little bit from here. Moon Dance is getting some work on it. Had friends stay in this house before. Hope I'm not making people dizzy going back and forth. I'm trying to show all the different houses. Pouring rain in West Virginia. I talked to friends in Cincinnati, Ohio today too, and they said it was raining out there. I hope you don't get any big storms. We use shell decorations for all sorts of things, to hang in the trees or on the fences. We still have some brushwork. And Sunspace housed a resident for most of the winter. She just moved out of there. She's very appreciative for the space. Really nice place to stay. They've got a nice garden going on there. I think there's going to be a new house built here eventually. Beautiful. You can see the sand dunes of the beach from out here. Sorry about the wind. Dad just tried to call. He's making us dinner. I think he has a question, but he's going to have to wait just a little bit. I see a little too short to show you over top, but there's a white egret, I think, out there, just landed. I had some friends stay in a house over on this side over Christmas time, and I came to visit them one time and I said something about the sound of the ocean, and they looked at me and said, "Is that what that was? We heard it all day, but we weren't sure. We thought it might be the ocean, but we weren't sure." And you can indeed often hear the ocean from many parts of the village, but especially out here because it comes right across the dunes and across the marsh grasses and can lull you to sleep. 57 in Minnesota. It's a little warmer here. We use bikes for everything, for riding, for decoration. So here you can see a little bit better through the marsh. The marsh is just so pretty. And this is Sundial. This is my in-laws' house. They rent that out and have it for sale, actually. But from the porch up there, you can watch helicopters. If helicopters come in or planes land, and that's where David and I camped out after the storm. We didn't really have a place to live, so we stayed on the porch there for a while. Oh, look. It was quite nice, but luckily we got to move before it stormed. Can you see the kitty cat sleeping? Head in the sun. Not as many around here today as there usually are. There's a little teeny tiny house there that got torn down. It got very badly flooded. Had some friends in Pennsylvania that came down and helped build those cat houses. It was very nice. They're all over the village now because all the cat colonies' spaces got destroyed after the storm. So they're very sweet to come down and take care of that for the kitty cats, and they love them. There's another spot where the trees haven't grown up quite so much. You can look out over the marshes, the different colors, the browns, greens, then as the light changes, the marsh colors change. If you see Mary Bassell's paintings, her pastels, you'll often see purples and blues and all sorts of colors that an artist's eye can see. I can't always see them, but an artist's eye can. These are fun lawn ornaments here. Sun's glaring on here. I can't tell if I'm walking level or not. I do see somebody say they're from Massachusetts. It's probably cool up there today, I'm guessing, maybe. No, 75. Pretty hot. Got some new trees planted there to try to make up for some of the ones that got lost. We're not going to go down there, but that dead ends at the end of the marsh. Boat used there for gardening. Another nice one. They got a hammock up there. It looks like they might even have 2 hammocks. Another rental in there. There's another boat for a planter. The only problem with boats as planters is if a storm comes, there's a chance it will float away. It looks like that one's been moved a little bit after Dorian. Another cute little house up here. I don't know. Hey. I'm not sure which houses around here are rentals because they don't go out this way very often. Hi again. Nice one in there. They got some oleander growing. I love those things. Those are great. I was riding a Ripstick Mini. Actually, some friends gave my son one of those a number of years ago, and I thought there's no way with 2 wheels that you can ride a thing like that, and he loved it. Unfortunately, we didn't have a great spot for him to use it because we lived on Hard Street, and a dirt road is not the best road for that. So he used our small dining room and would go around and around and around and around and around the table. It was one of the things we lost in the flood, but we don't have a house to use it in. Eventually we might get him another one if he's interested. We were actually very fortunate with how little items, a few items of sentimental value we lost. We had an attic that I had stored most of my stuff in, so we didn't get any wind or rain damage, so all the stuff that was up there survived. Going back up Middle Road. If anybody's gotten turned around or is just checking in, that's where we're at. David was still working on the house again today, so I'm still working on him to get a concert going, but I can't force him. It's a pretty bay tree. You can actually pluck the bay leaves and use them in cooking. It's just like bay leaves you buy in the stores. We have a tree in our yard that we have used. We had a tree in the Village Craftsman in front. It fell over during the storm, but it is shooting back up, so it's good. Hopefully before long we'll have it there again for the leaves and for a little bit of shade out there in front. like a magnolia tree. I don't know my trees very well, but that's a little dead end. There's some rental houses back there, I believe. I don't even know the name of that street. You have to look on Google Earth and see if you can find it. It's right across from Pompano Place. I think that's what the other street's called. Wow, look at that fig tree back there. It's beautiful. Same direction we are. She might be doing some lawn mowing. We go down here. I haven't been back this way in a while. Horse Pen Road is another little dead end. It's called that because there used to be horse pens down there. I don't know if there still are. A cousin with a house down there. There's a chance she's going to be doing lawn mowing here at the ball field, so if it gets loud, I'll just be quiet. Cook Community Park. Little sign up here for people who've helped fund this. One time brought my son reluctantly to watch the game. He was interested in doing something else, and he said, "How long do we have to stay?" I said, "Well, we have to stay until they hit the ball into the marsh," which I should have thought that through a little bit more, because it's surrounded by marsh, and it did not take long for the ball to get hit or bumped